Hi friends, my name is TaylorAnne and welcome to my spin-off of Inktober, which this year is going to be chalk-based. And I thought today I would introduce you guys to the concept and give myself a title, and what better than this spooky style font from this big book of chalk lettering by Valerie McKeehan. McKeehan? I'm not sure. But anyways, the first step for fonts is to kind of give yourself guidelines. I like to give myself a baseline and a height, and usually at least eyeball space out the lettering, finding the midpoint and spacing the letters as best as you can. For this project, it can be a little bit irregular.
I do the titling today is kind of like spooky and jagged and uneven. I'm just going to use a regular kind of blunt piece of chalk, and since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start from the left and work my way right to hopefully reduce smudging and smearing because chalk is super dusty.
The goal for this font is no curved edges. It's meant to be very jarring and almost like it's scratched into the wall or made out of sticks or splinters. So having no curved edges.
Alright, we got our outline of CHALKTOBER. Super cool. Now we're going to go in and kind of mess with the line weights, make some of them a little bit irregular and look like really sketchy and jagged and spooky.
Line weight is what really kind of makes a font. This is where it really gets interesting for me. For this one, we're doing kind of like sharp points and irregular line weights, meant to almost look like it's a knife scratched into a picnic table or into a tree, or that you spelt these out with splinters or sticks or branches. The goal is to make it look sharp and to have no round, soft, smooth edges.
It kind of title blocked out. Before I go in and do like shadows and details, I'm going to clean up any of the letters and clean up our top and bottom like guide marks.
I'm just using a damp sponge and a damp dish towel to go around and clean up any sketch marks or smudges, and this is going to make our font pop.
Alright, the title has been cleaned up and it's ready to add some details. So for our details, we want them to be a little bit like finer, and for our shadow, we don't want it to be as bold as our letters, so we're going to go in with a sharper point of chalk. And you can use a regular old pencil sharpener to get a nice sharp point on your chalk. Now that I've got a nice sharp pointed piece of chalk, I'm going to go in and make finer lines for the shadow.
These thin little shadow lines just give your font even more dimension. And the more detail and dimension that you put into your hand lettering and into your fonts, I feel like the more fun and the better that they look.
Alright, we've got our shadow lines in. Now I'm going to use a sharp point piece of chalk and go in and draw little cobwebs to make it nice and spooky.
How many times am I going to say spooky in this video? But the last little detail step is kind of just to add these fun cobwebs. So using a very fine point of chalk and very light pressure, I'm just lightly drawing in these thin little spider webs in the font.
Add a few little spiders. My boyfriend's terrified of spiders, so I had to throw them in here. But here's our CHALKTOBER. I am so excited with how it turned out, and I'm so excited for this series. So if you guys are excited also, please make sure you are subscribed or following over on Instagram. And if you would like to see anything specific drawn on the chalk wall, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I would love to draw it. So thank you guys so much. Until the next video, stay spooky, stay creative.
So here it is, CHALKTOBER Day 1. I hope you guys are just as excited about this series as I am. I can't make any promises, not even to myself, that this will be a daily drawing challenge or a daily drawing series. But either way, I hope you guys join in on the fun, either on Instagram or over here. I plan on picking a prompt out of this cauldron or off of one of the many lists that are available online and doing different drawings throughout the month. If you guys are curious, I will have more information and some different links down in the description. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me today, and until the next video, guys, stay creative.